So I guess the music will be coming through onto the video, will it? Or should I? It would just be into. Cool. Excellent. So make a start. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's class. We'll be taking an hour's flow today. We'll be starting in child's pose. So we'll be coming to the back of the mat, bringing the big toes together, taking the knees nice and wide, and then walking the hands along the length of the mat, bringing the forehead down to the mat. And take a big inhale from this position. As you exhale, just think of letting everything go, just settling into this pose. Now, I may be using some hands-on adjustments throughout this class. That means me putting my hands on your body. So if you'd rather I didn't, for any reason whatsoever, give me a big thumbs up now and I'll know not to come to your mat. Otherwise, I'll be drifting around a little bit. So as you inhale, think of lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, allow the hips to sit a little bit heavier onto the heels. And don't worry at home if you can't see me at the moment. I'm just coming around putting my hands on a few people. Take a big inhale. Exhale. And think of really spreading the hands and putting pressure down through the fingertips. So allowing this pose to signal to the body that we're arriving at our practice today. We're arriving at our mat. As you inhale, think of breathing in positivity, energy of this morning. As you exhale, think of breathing out any darkness in the body. Anything you've been holding, any tension, just letting it all go. So closing the mouth, working a nasal breath. As you inhale, think of pushing the belly button out. As you exhale, let the belly button come back towards the spine. And if it feels comfortable, you can work a Ujjayi breath. You can constrict the back of the throat, make the breath a little bit more audible. Just allowing the body to settle. We're going to make this pose a little bit more active now. So look forward, look towards your fingers. Push down into the fingertips and raise the palm of the hands. It's almost kind of cat stretch. Stretch across the shoulders. As you exhale, bring the forehead back down, place the palms back onto the mat. And again, inhale, push the fingers down, lift the palms, look forwards. Exhale, bring them back down. One more time, inhale, bring them up. Exhale, take them down. And then walk the hands over to the right hand side. Place your left hand on top of your right. Think of pushing down into the left hip. See if you can send some breath into the side body, into the ribs. And then take the hands all the way over to the left. Right hand comes over the left. Really grounding down through the right hip. Holding here for another 3, 2, 1. Take it back to center now. Walk the hands in towards the body. We're going to keep this position with the hips onto the heels, but place the hands in front of us. We're going to take a few rounds of cat camel. So as you inhale, lift the head, arch the back, look up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, push the mat away, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under, look towards the belly. So we're taking a few rounds of this. Inhaling to lift the head. Exhaling to push the mat away. So we're trying to target the area in between the shoulder blades. Trying to find a little bit of space in the upper back. Taking this for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take the hands forwards, bring the knees together, and then sit the hips back onto the heels. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. As you exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left, across at the elbows, across at the wrists. If this feels uncomfortable, you can always grab the shoulders instead. We're just going to take a few circles with the arms. And change the direction. Take a big inhale to take the fingers up. Reach them all the way up overhead into the back bend. And then as you exhale, bringing this little finger on the left hand all the way down towards the mat. So you might find that your hands touch the floor. They might just want to hover. If your hands touch the floor, you can bring the forehead down. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rise back up. Unwrap the arms, take a big inhale. Take the arms out wide, arch the back, look up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bring the arms in. Give yourself a good hug, round the spine, look towards the belly. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand comes underneath the right. Cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists, and then we'll make those circles with the arms. So whichever way you want to go first, whichever way feels natural. And then take it around the other direction. Take a big inhale to take the arms up. Think of reaching the fingers up and behind you. Exhale, take it forwards. So you're using the stomach muscles here to guide yourself all the way down. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, take up. Big inhale to open the arms out. Spread through the fingers, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Chin to chest, look towards the belly. Now release the hands. Turn the fingers to face towards the back of the room or the back of your mat. Walk the fingers back. We're keeping the hips on the heels. Got a bit of cramp in the legs there. Yeah, that tensed up a bit. So keep the hips on the heels, but think of pushing up through the pelvis. So keep the bum absolutely glued. You should feel a good pull on the front of the thighs. So you can sit the bum back down onto the heels. That's it. Just think of pushing up. Are you feeling that in the front of the legs? Ah, that's strange. Push up with the hips, but think of sinking down a little bit. That's it. It's kind of a weird one to explain. Yeah, there we go. Hold in there for 3, 2, 1. And release. Take the hands forward. So we're coming into cat-cow pose now. Knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to lift the head, the chest, the tailbone. Exhale, push it away, round the spine, look towards the belly. Taking this in your own time. So really think of targeting the lower spine with this one. So we've worked a bit on the upper back. So really think of tucking the pelvis under, trying to create a bit of movement in that lower part of the back. And we're still spreading the fingers, pushing down into the fingertips. Pushing down through the shins. And as you get used to this action, take the body wherever it wants to go. So if you want to circle the hips, if you want to circle through the ribs, see if there's any part of the spine that feels a little bit stuck, that feels a bit tight. Work into that for a moment. Taking that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking a half chaturanga now. So pull the elbows in towards the body, spread through the fingers, lower the chest down through the hands, push it through into upward facing dog. So top of the feet, rest on the mat, push up. If you want to take this even further, you can push down into the top of the feet and lift the knees. And we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll take this into downward facing dog. So 2 options. You can either drop the knees, tuck the toes, send the hips back to the heels, push down into the hands and lift up through the tailbone. Or from this upward facing dog, you can come straight into downward facing dog by rolling over the toes. Now just walk into this downward facing dog. So see where your legs are at today, see how the hamstrings are feeling. Just pedal out the legs a little bit. That's it, think of really lifting the tailbone, lengthening through the spine. So we're just using this first down dog to explore the body, see where the tension lies in the body. Now from this down dog, take your left foot, just hover it off the mat and then slide it to the outside of the right foot. Turn your right heel to face the right hand corner of the mat and then push down into the hands. Think of lifting the tailbone, lengthening. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Then same thing on the other leg. So right foot hovers, it slides to the outside of the left foot. Take the left heel towards the back left corner. Push down through the heel. From the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. Look between the hands. Step the feet in between the hands. Let the body hang into ragdoll pose. Take a grip of opposite elbows. Take a good sway, left and right. So make sure the head is really relaxed. Give it a good shake. Give it a nod. And bend the legs. See if you can get the stomach to rest on the thighs. So take a nice release for the lower back. That's it. That's good. And then let the body just completely collapse. Beautiful. That's it. Now take your right hand down to the mat. So the palm faces down. Take a big inhale to take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Look up towards the fingers. And then take the left hand down. Swap the hands. So right hand reaches up. And bring it down. So taking a forward fold now, we're going to straighten the legs. Let the upper body hang. Let the fingers just straight down towards the mat. You can rock forwards and backwards if that feels good. Just taking that stretch, maybe a bit deeper into the hamstrings. And then to a halfway lift. So take the hands to the front of the shins. Lift the head, straighten the back. Straight legs, looking forwards. Hold here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take another forward fold. And then bend the legs. Come all the way up standing. Take the arms all the way up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Bring the feet together. And just take a moment to come back to the breath. 4 counts as you inhale. 4 counts as you exhale. Now inhale, sweep the arms up. Allow the palms to touch. Ground down through the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Taking the body down, letting the head hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight legs, flat back, looking forwards. Exhale, bend the legs. Take the hands down to the mat. And then step back, either into plank or half plank. So half plank is lowering the knees down. Take the pressure off this plank position. Beautiful. Pull the elbows in. And then press up all the way down to the mat. So it's our chaturanga. Push the chest through the hands into upward facing dog. And then into downward facing dog. So again, either rolling up and over the toes or dropping the knees, going through child's pose. And we'll hold this down dog for a few breaths here. That's it. So think of lifting up with the tailbone up there. Beautiful. And then allowing the chest to come down a bit. That's it. And really spread through the fingers. Push down into your fingertips. That's it. Beautiful. And we're just holding here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From this position, take a big inhale to come up onto your toes. Exhale, push the heels down into the mat. Inhale, come up again. Exhale, push it down. Inhale, come up, hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Now bend the knees, bring the knees all the way down to the mat. Excellent. Yeah, feel free to take a sip of water. I forgot to say that at any point. Now, from this position, take your right leg out behind you. Untuck the left toe. Reach your left arm forwards. Hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your right knee underneath the body. Bring the left elbow to give your knee a tap. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out again. Now take the left hand down to the mat. We're going to take this right leg all the way over to the left hand side. That's it. And then bend the knee to bring it to the outside of the right knee. Sit the hips back in between the heels. Reach the arms forwards. That's it. Holding here. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've rocked the weight forward, so this left knee is coming back down to the mat. This leg that we've got crossed over, you're going to extend it. And then walk the hands over to the left-hand side. Come down nice and low onto the forearms. And reach your right arm forwards and over to the left. That's it. So it should feel a nice big stretch along the side body. And you're really pushing into that right hip, taking it towards the right-hand side of the mat. Holding here. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the hand back. Take the hands back to center, so bring them underneath the shoulder. Lift that right foot. Take it all the way over to the right hand side. Hold it there for a moment, let it hover. For 3, 2, 1. Bring it down to the floor. And then walk the hands in. The right hand is going to come down the right leg. Left hand reaches up and over into gate pose. That's it. Holding here. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to rotate, taking this left arm all the way down to come underneath the left shoulder. Right arm reaches up and over. Extend that left foot, the right foot, sorry. That's it. That's it. Option here of taking the right foot off the floor, hovering it. And if you want to take it even further, you can bend the back leg, take the right hand back, maybe find the ankle and push the hips forwards. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forwards, holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg again, so the right leg comes out, bring the toe back down to the mat, walk the hands all the way around in front of you. Beautiful. Now lift that right leg off the mat again. Take it behind you. Bend up the leg, and then reach the left arm back. And we're either going to reach it towards the ankle or grab the ankle. If you are grabbing the ankle, kick the shin towards the back of the room. Lift the head, lift the chest. Hold in there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take the left hand down to the mat. Bring the knee underneath the body. Place the foot in between the hands. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist, left hand forwards, right hand back. Inhale, take it up again. Exhale, take the hands to prayer position, front of the chest. Take a big inhale. Exhale, twist. This left elbow is going to hook around the outside of the right knee. That's it. So look over your right shoulder towards the ceiling. Now, option here of tucking the back toe and lifting the back knee. Take it a little bit deeper. And if you want to take it even further, you can open out the arms. Bring the left hand down, right arm up. Reaching through the fingers. Holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back to center. Drop the back knee. Place the hands down onto the mat. Keep that back foot tucked. And then start to lift the back knee and straighten the front leg. Take the forehead down towards the knee, chin to chest. Now, option of placing the hands on blocks here if they feel a bit far away from the ground. There we go. Yeah. Beautiful. So we're in this pyramid pose. Think of really pushing back through the back heel. Forehead down towards the knee, chin to chest. Holding here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift the head, look forwards, bend the front knee. And you can walk the blocks forwards to the front of the mat. We're going to straighten the front leg, lift the back leg. That's it. Into warrior 3. Now option of keeping the hands on the blocks here, or maybe taking one hand to prayer followed by the other to come into a little balance. Balance seems a bit off today. There we go. We're going to hold there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bend the front leg. Take the left leg back. So big step back with the back foot. Take the hands down to the mat. Now we're going to take this right leg all the way out behind us into three-legged dog. So you're going to push down into the mat. Think of creating a bit of space in between the shoulders. Lift the leg. Kick it all the way up behind. And then open it out. Lift the right knee towards the ceiling. Right heel comes towards the left bum cheek. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the foot back down. So coming back into downward facing dog. Lift the tailbone, lengthen through the spine. Look between the hands, bend the legs, step or jump in between the hands, and take a forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Big inhale as you come up. Exhale, release. Just take a breath. So allowing that heart rate to slow down a little bit, but deepening the breath. Good point to grab a sip of water if you need to. And then we're coming back to the front of the mat. Ready to take a vinyasa. So feet together, pulling up the thighs, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the legs, step back to plank. Pull the elbows in, chaturanga down. Push the chest through the hands, upward facing dog. Exhale into down dog. Inhale, come up onto the toes. Exhale, lower the knees down to the mat. So into tabletop pose. Adjust your wrists so they're underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip. And then take the left leg out behind you, right arm forwards. Holding there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee underneath the body. Right elbow to left knee. Hold it there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out. Take the right hand down to the mat. Left leg comes over to the right hand side. And then bend it up. Place that right knee to the outside of the left knee. Sit the hips back in between the heels. Reach the arms forwards. So really see if you can walk the fingertips away from the body. Feel how it gives you a little bit of an extra stretch. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the right knee back down to the mat. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Extend the left leg. And then start to walk your hands over to the right hand side. Bringing the right elbow down to the mat. Reach the left hand up and over. So you're walking the fingertips bit by bit over to the right hand side. Pushing through the left hip. Holding here. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Walk it back. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the foot. Take it all the way over to the left hand side and hold it there. Let it hover. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Walk the hands in. Left hand comes down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over into gate pose. Keep pushing the hips forward. Squeezing the glutes. Then take it all the way over to the other side. Right hand comes down. left hand over. So feel that stretch in the side body. And then think about lifting that left leg. So you want to really push down into the right hand. Maybe taking the arm up towards the ceiling will help balance-wise. That's it. With the option of bending the leg, taking the left hand to the ankle, pushing the hips forward. That's it. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way back. Bring the left hand in front of the body. Now we're going to lift this left foot, take it behind us, bend it up, reach the right arm back, and either stay there or grab the foot, give it a good kick. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the right hand down to the mat. Left knee comes underneath the body. Place the foot in between the hands. Really ground down through the feet. Big inhale as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist. So right hand forwards, left hand back. So we're going towards that direction. That's it. Think of really pulling your thighs in towards each other. Really engage the legs. That's it. Take it back up. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Take a big inhale. Exhale, twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. That's it. So the other way. There we go. Yeah. Look up towards the ceiling. Option of tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee. Option of extending the arms. So right hand down, left hand up. It's opening the body a little bit into this twist. That's it, Kieran, yeah. Holding there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take the hands down. This is where we'll grab the blocks. So placing the blocks either side of the foot. And then think of rocking the weight back, straightening the front leg, straightening the back leg. Don't worry if the legs don't straighten. We just want to think of pushing the heels down. If you're feeling that good stretch in the hamstrings, then you're in the right place here. It doesn't matter how straight the legs are. Bring the chin to the chest, forehead down to the knee. Hold there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look up, bend the front leg. Step the blocks forwards. Coming into our warrior 3. So straightening the front leg, lifting the back leg. And then we'll see if we can take the hands to prayer. And we're holding here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down. Bend the front leg. Big step back with the right leg. That's it. Take the hands off the block. Plant the hands down into the floor. Again, give it a little push to create that space in between the shoulder blades as you sweep the left leg up and back into three-legged dog. And then open it out. Holding here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the left foot back down to the mat. So you're back into downward facing dog. Look between the hands, bend the legs, step or jump in between the hands. Take a forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the hands. Now bend the knees, sweep the arms into chair pose. Hold there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers to make a fist. Pull the fist away from the body. Arch the back. Straighten the legs. Forward fold. Bend the legs. Release the hands. Let your fingertips brush the mat. Taking it back into chair pose. Hands together. Come up standing. Release the hands. Now, inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms touch. This time, push the hips forwards, reach back. See if you can get the biceps back behind the head. And then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the legs, take it back to plank. Pull the elbows in, chaturanga. Push the chest through. Upward facing dog. Exhale into down dog. Hold this down dog. Lengthening as you inhale. Push down through the heels as you exhale. Coming back to the breath. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, take the right leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Open it out. And then this right knee is coming underneath the body. Send the weight forward, shoulders come over the wrists, place the foot in between the hands, and turn your left toes to face towards the left-hand side. That's it. Really push down through the outer edge of the back foot. Ground down through the front foot. We can sweep the arms up in front of us into warrior 1. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Open it out, warrior 2. Excellent. Really sink down into that front leg. Straighten the back leg for 3, 2, 1. And then take it into reverse warrior. So left hand comes down the left leg. Right hand reaches up and over. Now reverse it, so the opposite direction, coming into side angle. Right hand is coming down. So you've got the option of either resting the elbow onto the thigh, bringing the fingers down to the mat, or taking the palm of the hand all the way down, taking the left arm up towards the ceiling. If you want to go a little bit further, you can take a bind by bringing the shoulders down, reaching the arm through the legs, and taking the hands behind, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, from this position, take your left hand down to the floor. Turn your back toe. That's it. Drop the knee. Use your right hand to guide the right knee out to the side. Your right toes are going to point towards the right corner of the mat. That's it. So into lizard pose. Reach the arm back. Look towards the back wall with the option of bending up the back leg, grabbing the back foot and pulling it in towards the bum cheek. Holding here. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the foot. And now we're going to take the hands. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot. Walk it around to the left hand side of the mat. And we're going to turn into our Skandasana, so our side lunge. So the front leg is going to bend. The left leg will straighten. And the left toes will point up towards the ceiling. That's it. Now we've got a few options in this pose. You can either rest the hands on blocks. You can bring the hands to prayer position into a balance, or we can bring the chest down towards the mat and take a bind by taking this right tricep in front of the right knee, wrapping the arm behind the leg, taking the left hand behind. I'm going to hold there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Turn to face the front of the mat. Take the hands down to the mat. Shift the body to face front. And then we'll plant the hands. Take the right leg all the way back, three-legged dog. Now we're going to take a chaturanga from here. So you can either drop the foot down to the mat, send the weight forwards into a chaturanga like we've done before, or we can leave this leg lifted, send the weight forward so the shoulders come over the wrists, pull the elbows in, bring the chest down, and kind of ripple it through. That's it. And then take it back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in this down dog. From the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look between the hands, bend the legs, step or jump in between the hands. Take a forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Now as you exhale, we're going to take the right arm underneath the left arm, cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists. That's it. Take another big inhale, think of pulling the elbows away from the body. Exhale, stick the bum out, ground down through the heels, and come back. That's it. So almost like you're sitting into a chair, so really pushing down through the heels. Now this right leg is going to come up and over to take you into eagle pose. And you've got the option of either pointing the toes down towards the mat or wrapping the toes around the ankle and then squeeze down. That's it. Beautiful. So look past your fingers towards the front wall. And we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs, take a big inhale, set the arms up. Exhale, release. Take a little breath. If you need to grab a sip of water, grab a sip of water. And then we're going to do all that on the left. Yeah. So feet together, standing up nice and straight. Here we go. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Push the hips forwards, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the legs, step it back to plank. Pull the elbows in, chaturanga down. Push the chest through, upward facing dog. Exhale, into down dog. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, take the left leg up. Exhale, open it out. And then we'll take that left knee underneath the body, bringing the foot in between the hands. The right toes point towards the right hand side of the mat. That's it. So we're in a nice low lunge. Push down into the outside edge of the right foot. And then sweep the arms up in front of you into warrior one. So really engage the legs. Think of pulling the thighs in towards each other. That's it. Bend a little bit deeper in the front leg. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open it out. Warrior two. That's it. Perfect. For another 3, 2, 1. Reverse warrior. Back hand comes down the back leg. Front arm reaches up and over. And then reverse it into side angle. So again, same options of either the elbow on the thigh, fingers down towards the mat, or the palm of the hand down towards the mat. You can take the bind by reaching the arm through, taking a slightly deeper position of it. And we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take both hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left toes face towards the left hand side corner of the mat. Drop the back knee. And then reach back with the left hand. Look back. With the option of bending up the back leg. Finding that foot if it's there for you. Don't worry if not, just reach towards it. You're still getting a good opening of that left hip. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the foot, take the left hand to the inside of the left foot, and then walk the hands towards the right hand side of the mat. Turn in the body, right toes point up towards the ceiling. The front leg is bent. That's it. So, either hands resting on blocks, taking the hands to prayer, or maybe even bringing the chest down, seeing if we can find that bind by taking the left tricep in front of the left knee, hands behind. Seeing if we can find the fingers. And we're holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hands back down to the mat and walk them towards the top of the mat. Turn in the body. Plant the hands, and this left leg is going to come all the way back into three-legged dog. And then we're taking our chaturanga, so either the foot comes down, we send the body forwards, or the foot stays up, we send the body forwards as you come down, pushing it through, upward facing dog. Exhale, into down dog. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look between the hands, bend the legs, step or jump in between the hands, and take a forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, so we're coming straight into that eagle pose. Left arm swings underneath the right, cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists. Inhale, pull the elbows away from the body. Exhale, stick the bum out, push down through the heels. And then this left leg is coming over. So the higher we lift this leg, the more of a wrap you'll get as it comes around. And it doesn't matter where you are with the bind on this. You're either pointing the toes down towards the mat, or you're trying to wrap them behind the ankle. But wherever you are, think of squeezing down. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Big inhale. Exhale. Good stuff. Just take a breath. And then we're going to come down to the mat. So we'll start off by taking kind of half a vinyasa. So we'll take a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the legs, step back to plank, and then drop the knees. Sit the hips back onto the heels. Walk the hands forwards into child's pose. Take your right hand, bring it under the left. Bring the back of the hand along the floor, right shoulder down to the mat, right ear down to the mat. And then bring it back to centre. And then left is coming under the right. Left shoulder down to the mat, left ear down to the mat. Bring it back to centre. Walk the hands in towards the knees. We're going to take the hands either side of the knees, really spread through the fingers, push down into the fingertips. Squeeze your ankles together, push down into the top of the feet, and start to bring the knees up into the chest. So pushing down into the palms to lift up. So rounding the shoulders. We're going to hold there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back down. And then just open out. Look up towards the ceiling. Then come back. Hands in front of you. Tuck the toes. Bring the knees up into the chest. Push down into the fingers. Just rock the weight back. Another 3, 2, 1. Now take the knees nice and wide. Step your feet towards the sides of the mat. Push down into the heels. Send the hips down towards the mat into a yogi squat. Now you've got the option here of resting a block underneath the hips. If that feels a little bit more comfortable on the hips, it can be quite tight on the hips sometimes, this pose. I'm just going to hold here. That's it. Now take the right hand down to the mat. So your right tricep will be coming in front of the right knee. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. You've got the option here of taking that bind, turning the top hand towards the back, wrapping it behind the body, and bringing the right arm in front of the right leg. Just take the fingers behind. That's it, Kieran, yeah. Amazing. Hold in there. Another 3, 2, 1. And then same thing on the other side. So this time the left hand is coming down. Right hand is reaching up with the option of finding that bind. And then coming back to centre. Now from this position, we're going to work on our crow pose. So we're going to be taking the hands down to the floor, spreading through the fingers. Really think of pushing into the fingertips. Come up onto the toes. Squeeze your knees into your triceps, so into your upper arms. So if you can get your knees a bit wider and walk the feet forwards a little bit, that's it. Yeah, see if you can now drop the hips a little bit and squeeze them in. That's it. So lean forwards. And put your palms flat on the mat. There we go. And then we're sending the weight into the hands. So it might be just pressing down into the mat. This might be enough for now, just rocking forwards and backwards. If you feel confident with that, then you can start to maybe take the toes off the mat. Just thinking of bringing the toes up, bringing the heels towards the bum. So that's kind of our step 1. That's it. Beautiful. Yes. Amazing. Oh, are you okay? That's it. Now, Steph, you've got a solid crow. So I'm going to show you the transition. So either working on that. So step one is just placing the hands down, pulling the knees in and rocking the weight forwards and backwards. Just finding that kind of transference of weight and seeing how, as you put the weight down into the hands, you feel less weight on the toes until you can send the weight forwards, maybe lift the toes. The little extension we're going to do of that for anyone that's got a solid crow pose and wants to work towards something more is we're taking the block in front of us, coming into a crow pose, and then pushing down into the fingertips, thinking of lifting the hips to bring the forehead down, to tap the block, and then come back up. If you're good with that, we'll be taking the block onto its side, seeing if we can aim the head all the way down to come there, push into the fingertips, guide the way back up. And if that's working for you, you'll take the block away completely and see if we can come all the way down. So this time, as you come down, you take the chin to the chest and you bring the top of the head down to the mat. And if you're there and you want to go even further, you'll be pushing down into the hands, engaging the core, lifting the knees one at a time up onto your elbows to create this kind of little dead bug tripod headstand. And if you want to take it into a tripod headstand, feel free to take it all the way up. That's it, Steph. Yes. Amazing. Yes. So for Steph and Lenka, you've both got solid tripod headstands. So next challenge for you will be, once you're in your tripod headstand, so once you've come down, you've taken the legs up, is trying to find eagle pose in your tripod headstand. So wrapping the legs and then thinking of squeezing the knees down towards the chest and taking this position upside down. So that's kind of your next little challenge in the series. So let's just have a look at your crow pose again, Kieran. I might be able to give you a bit of help with that. That's it. Brilliant. So really spread the fingers. That's it. And put pressure down into each kind of pinky. That's it. And then look towards me. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Think of maybe lifting the knees a little bit higher and squeezing them in around the upper arms. That's it. That's good. You can see that the body's working, which is a good sign. Yeah. Just keep working on that. Yeah. It's good. Yeah, that's good though. You were in it. You're great. Amazing. How are we doing with that eagle? Yes. Amazing. So we're going to have a little look now at, there we go. That's it. Oh, are you okay? Yeah. We can have a look at a preparation for side crows. So side crow pose, if you've got it in your practice, is the knees are pointing towards the sides of the mat. You're taking, I'm doing this with my left hand. I'm hooking the elbow, like we did in that pose earlier, into our prayer twist, taking the hands down to the floor, bending the elbows, pulling the elbows in towards each other, and then lifting the right hip up onto that right elbow. The right knee is on the left elbow, and then taking the knees off the mat. So, but one way we're going to look at getting into it, if we've not kind of used to doing crow pose in the practice yet, is we're going to take the blocks. We're going to be taking them just in front of the hip. So your knees are pointing towards the side. The blocks are in front of you. We're going to take the hands over to the other side of the blocks. And then you're going to lift your hip up onto the block. And then think of pushing the weight forwards and see if we can get that position where we can lift the toes into this little supported position. That's it, you're there. That's it, amazing. Yes. So that's your side crow position. That's your preparation. Yeah. Can you feel the weight you're having to press down through the hands? Yeah. If you spread the fingers more, that will give you a more solid base. That's it. And if you're there on the blocks and you've kind of found this position, you can start to have a play with it and start extending the top leg, maybe bringing the right ear down to the mat, making this lovely shape with your kind of body. That's it. Exactly that, Clean. Yes. Amazing. Yes, gorgeous. Lovely stuff. Now I'm going to give a little extra one for if anyone at home has got a solid side crow in their practice and they're looking for an extra bit of fun. We're taking the hands down, crossing the left leg over the right, and then we're going to be creating eagle legs in our side crow. So we're going to be bending the elbows, lifting the right hip up onto your right elbow, and then when this left foot comes off the floor, we're trying to find that little wrap and taking our eagle legs. Actually, maybe it's easier on the other way. Let me have a look on the other side. Oh no, that is right. No, it's a bit of a tricky one. Actually, I tell a lie. The easy way to do it is to create your side crow, lift the foot, I think, and then take the top leg, bring it underneath the bottom, and then find that wrap. And that's your side crow legs. Yeah, otherwise we'll try our side crow with our blocks on the other side. That's it, that's amazing. Yes, beautiful. That's great. It's great, once you find it, it's kind of like, it's there, isn't it? Yeah. See, that's what you'll find ultimately with that side crow. You'll get to that same position, but just instead of the legs being extended there, the weight that you feel pushing into your hips with the block, that will be kind of replaced by your elbows. So your elbows will just be there instead of the block. So that's what we're kind of starting to work toward. There we go. And then you can do funky things like Lenka's doing, like doing Fallen Angel and all that. Amazing. Well done. So we'll move the blocks away. And we'll come back to the front of the mat. Wow, there we go. That's it. Now we'll take a big inhale. Bring the hands together. Push the hips forward. Take the arms back into a back bend. So again, think of bringing the biceps back behind the head. Pushing the hips forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the legs. Step it back to plank. Pull the elbows in. Chaturanga down. Push the chest through. Upward facing dog. Exhale into down dog. Now take the right leg up, three-legged dog. And then open it out. Now, you can either stay in this open position, or if you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring that right foot over towards the outside of the mat. Lift your right hand off the mat and flip your dog. So turn the hips, push them up towards the ceiling. Stretch the right hand up and over. That's it. If you want to take it further still, this hand can come all the way over into Urdhva Dhanurasana, into your wheel pose. If anyone wants to go there at home. Oh. And then we're taking it all the way back. And we're going to bring the right knee to the right wrist, right foot to the left wrist, and extend the back leg into pigeon pose. That's it. And just let the body settle for a moment. So extend the back leg, bring the body down. And use this pose to come back to the breath. So see if you can find 4 counts as you inhale, 4 counts as you exhale. For another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe. Lift the back knee. Slide the right leg back to bring you back into downward facing dog. And then this left leg is coming up. 3-legged dog. open it out. An option of staying here, just finding the shape. If you do want to flip it over, you're taking the left hand off the mat, lifting the hips, reaching the arm up and back. And again, you can go all the way over into wheel pose if that feels good for you. And then we're taking it back and bringing the left knee to the left wrist, left foot to the right wrist, and extending the leg behind into pigeon pose. And just let the body settle. See if you can find that sense of release in this pose. See if you can relax through the hip, so the left hip. There'll be muscles that will be wanting to grip. See if you can allow them to soften using your exhalations. Holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back toe. Lift the back knee. Slide the left leg back. And then drop the knees. And sit the hips back onto the heels. We're going to walk the hands back. Bring your right hand to the sole of your right foot. Take your left hand in front of you, sweep it across the body, push the hips up and forwards, reach the left arm back. And then bring it back down. Left hand to left foot, right hand sweeps across, push the hips forwards, reach it up and back. And then take it back down. Cross the ankles, sit the bum down. Bring your left leg forwards, your right leg forwards, bring your left foot into your thigh. That's it. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands along the length of the leg, letting the upper body fold over your right leg. Another 3, 2, 1. And then swap it over. So left leg forwards. Bring the right foot in. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold it forward. And walk the hands back in. And bring the legs together. Squeeze the knees in towards each other. Rock back onto the tailbone. We're going to reach the arms forwards and take boat pose. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then start to lengthen it out. Start to push your toes towards the top of the mat. And bring your back down towards the mat. So as you come back, the legs are straightening. We're slowly lowering the heels down to the mat, lowering the upper back down. For anything like me, you'll be shaking now. Can you hear it in my voice? So coming down as slowly as you want to go. And then as your heels hit the mat and your head hits the mat, you can release the hands, release the legs. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, let out a big sigh. Just taking this moment here at the end of class to allow the body to completely soften. I'm going to give you a little breathing pattern to do, which you can follow if you want to. If you want to just let my voice melt into the background, feel free to do that also. So we're going to take an inhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just let the breath go. Let it enter and leave the body however it wants to, allowing the belly to soften. Starting to waken the body up now. So again, I'll give you a breathing pattern here. Take an inhale for 4. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Big inhale for 8. Exhale for 4. I'll start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Maybe make small movements with the wrists, with the ankles. And if you want to take any stretches, take your body wherever it needs to go. And when you're ready, you can roll over onto one side. And we'll all find our way back to a seated position. Take an inhale all together, taking the arms up overhead, palms touch. Take your hands to your forehead. May your thoughts be kind. Take your fingers to your lips. May your words be kind. Take your hands to your heart. May your actions be kind. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Well done. Good stuff. Well done. You were nailing those side crows. They were great. I wanted to get a picture of them because you were both like so kind of horizontal with the legs out. It was great. Well done, Steph. Yeah, the blocks certainly help, don't they?